Hi, this is Vintage Jewelry Collecting, and today I'm going to show you the vintage jewelry that I bought in Romania on a car boot sale. But first of all, I wanted to show you this figurine. This is Little Muck, a character from a German, I forgot the Hoffman, I think the author is. And it's about this little person who showed that, his size doesn't matter, and what matters was his wits and also his good-natured character, and he wins in the end. This is Little Muck. There is a figurine by one German, a very famous German company that can cost quite a bit. Now this is a Romanian company. It's called Stipo Dorohoi. It does has a mark, but it's not really that clear. So, but I did found it online a couple of times, and both said that this is by Stipo Dorohoi, which is a Romanian company. I was in Romania, hence I think it probably is. And they started the activities in mid or end 70s, and they still do exist on paper, but I don't think they do anything. I think they are like bankrupt. I think they are insolvent since 90s. So really they had a very short period of activity, but I really liked the figurine. I liked his turban, I liked his face. That's his face there. Little cheeks. I liked his shoes. I'm not sure what he holds in his hand, and then he has his hand is sort of hiding something in the back. I'm not sure about, I haven't had time to read the story as yet. Oh, sorry. So this is my Little Muck, and then we'll start with the vintage jewelry. So they have two car boot sales or flea markets, more like that I were visiting for like antiques, but I didn't find which way the other one was. But I didn't found this one. This is the Bazaar of Memories or something like that. And it works on Thursdays mornings and on Saturdays, but I didn't have time to go there on Saturday. So I've been on Thursday. It was still quite full, but I do wonder if there was a bit more to choose from if I went on Saturday. The prices are, I guess you have to bargain, which I tried in some places I didn't and just bought it. I would say about the same, to be honest. I thought it was about the same as in our car boot sales, but there it was. Some of them were actually quite cheap, and in some cases I thought the prices were outrageous and they were honestly trying to to trick me. I'll start with the something I just found in the bag. Just a brooch with Aurora Borealis, but I have a small collection of these brooches, and that will go into my collection of Aurora Borealis. I'm going to prop this one out because it tries to fall. I think the fabric is a bit uneven. Otherwise, it's not really falling on my shelves. It stays okay. A small ring, adjustable ring, brass. I like the details on the ring and the flowers. It does has a bit of a problem. It's kind of can't imagine how I would wear it because it's kind of uneven, the shape, but I can't see how it's quite a stiff metal, so I don't know if I can do anything about that. Still quite dark, although it's day outside. I don't know. And this is I like the cabochon basically. If it didn't have this cabochon, but I do have a small collection of these. It's kind of called pecking glass, but it's not. Pecking glass is supposed to be carved, isn't it? So I'm not sure why it's called packing glass, but it's just like green speckled glass, I'd say. And I have a small collection, so I have this brooch with this glass. And I don't think this one is signed anywhere. But I do have, I just put the ring back. Oh no, I have another ring. This one is lighter color with this glass, slightly different shape. This one is signed West Germany. And then I have this ring that I think I showed not too long time ago. And this one looks like it's carved, but I think it's molded. I don't think it's carved. It's just a mold. It's kind of the same. You can see the speckles, but it's mold in this like flowery shapes. I don't think this one is signed either. And then we have some jewelry, some necklaces. I have another one with kind of similar glass, but I didn't find that one. Also with this kind of glass necklace. So that's why I bought it, because I have a small collection of this green speckled glass. Just gonna put this ring. This brooch, I think it's this way. I thought it was unusual. I thought it was old. I thought it might be also silver, but I can't say. There is like a small, I don't know if it's a mark or what is it, or just it's too small to say. And it has this oriental look, and it looks like there is some Arabic writing as well, which I can't read. And I did find it online that it's 1920s or 1930s Moroccan or French coin silver jewel brooch, something like that. Which I don't know what coin silver means. Is it not silver? Is it some kind of other metal? I'm not sure. But it is probably Moroccan or something like that, judging by all these details. So I thought that was interesting. The way we were located, our hotel was, well, it was more like a room in the city center, and very near to the historical center, which was called Little Paris, because it was very influenced by Paris architecture. A lot of like sons of aristocracy and just people who gained some money in 19th century gave their children, male children, to study abroad, and mainly it was in France, although maybe Germany sometimes too. So the well-to-do were very French influenced, and and that trend was probably up until the Second World War. So I'm not surprised that we do find some French pieces here at all. And this is a hat pin, and I just like the beads because they had this multicolored aspect to them. It's really a very interesting place to visit if you ever want to go to Romania. We've been to Bucharest. We've been one day to Transylvania, so we've visited Palace, which is what it was, well, it still is, the like a summer residence, I would say, for the Romanian kings until I think also Second World War. I think that's after that he abdicated, the king. And we've been to a small town in Transylvania as well, called Brașov. Very nice place to visit, really. And Bucharest, I liked it too as well. Especially if you like nightlife, I would say. Historically too, like if you like museums and stuff. But also they have quite a lot of life, like night. I've been with my daughter, so I haven't managed to enjoy it that much. But if you ever want to visit, I highly recommend. Okay. So I feel like this bill is not situated properly, isn't it? Because that's how it looks in the front. It's just a pendant. I also thought it was quite old. Just purple glass. And then kind of that's how it sits there. All these small pearls. I thought it's just cute. Unfortunately, this has a bit of a green verdigris here. And I'm not sure I can clean it, but otherwise I think it's cute. This is not very old, looks very modern. Couldn't clean this white stuff off it. Just 2 bears, mom and cub bear. Yeah, it does need some clean, but I didn't have time to properly look how I can do it. Oh, this one was interesting, and I paid like £1 or 2. And this is, as you can see, very Art Nouveau style, with how the girl, the woman, is depicted, is made, and then all these swirly lines around her. Also, you can see there is a lake or something like that. The sun, the rays of sun, some trees, kind of a portrait as well, portrait and nature depiction, and it's enamel. I think there is some enamel here that has been lost, unfortunately. And it was a pendant, but as you can see, it has been, the bail part has been broken. And here we can see the mark, and it's like a dragonfly, and then 900, which is the percentage of 90% silver, and déposé, which I think in French means handmade. And it's very typical for French jewelry to have déposé, but I found exactly the same pendant, well, almost exactly the same pendant, with the same dragonfly mark as Mailer and something, which is a German company, really, and they existed since 1870s, 80s until the Second World War, where the building where they did their jewelry was bombed, and they never reopened after that. So it's a bit strange for me that it says déposé, but I think the other piece said the same thing. So, and it does cost quite a bit if you find it in good condition. But I am happy with that, because I had a long time wanted to have a jewelry made, not just in the Art Nouveau style, but during Art Nouveau period. So an original Art Nouveau piece. So I'm pretty happy with that, and maybe in the future I'll repair it. I'll put it with the long list of jewelry that I need to repair. Then put it to the sides, and I'll put it back in the bags later. like hearts. I thought the jewelry looked quite old. It's not as old because, as you can see, it just has a very quite more contemporary like doesn't matter. But it can be 1940s easily. And it's a heart, and it does has a small flower inside. There are two rhinestones that are missing. I really like the shape of the leaves. I also thought they had a very Art Nouveau style to them, although they're probably not exactly Art Nouveau. Brass, and the rhinestones are quite bright, so even without the electrical light they do look quite bright to me. So I really like this small piece. Another brooch. This, I liked the very filigree work of these pieces, and then it has very nice rhinestones, very pale lemony yellow, and then this amber yellow. And I thought they were Czech, or it might be French, because I think the French used a lot of these trombone clasps. I found the word. But I think I do have some Czechoslovakian brooches with the trombone clasp as well, so it might be Czech too. And I think it's quite old as well. Maybe not Victorian, but 1920s, 30s. And it might be French because, as I said, there are links to France. Bucharest especially has links to France. This nice long brooch has a very I can't understand what it depicts. I try to Google Lens it and I can't find it, so I don't know what exactly. To me it looks maybe a bit like, you know, the king will have a scepter. I'm not else sure what can it depict, what is it, but I like the shape. It has some plastic pearls on the back. It looks like it wants to have a signature, but I can't understand it. If you can read it or see what it shows, maybe I'm not even sure that's a signature, not just. To me it almost looks like it does, but it's very, very unclear. I thought it's maybe 80s, and I just like the shape. Some clip-on earrings. Which I bought because I like the rhinestones and the shape. You have very nice indigo colored rhinestones, and then light blue ones and clear. Just some beautiful, how they look in the back. Just thought they were quite beautiful. Another small brooch. I think it's quite old too. That's how the clasp looks. And I drew it just like clear glass rhinestones, and I just like rhinestones in general, so that's how it looks. I just thought it very cute. Just gonna put it here. And the other one look good together. This one was broken. It's not, maybe could have left it behind. It's enamel, very light metal, like aluminium or something like that. Like a Japanese woman in traditional clothes and traditional attire. Didn't find it online. I'm not sure what exactly the story behind it. It's broken as well. But I decided to take it. Just gonna put it here near Niemuk. Like the shape. This one looks different. This one looks almost mid-century with its shape. It does has this mid-century futuristic, wants to be futuristic, kind of weird shape. And the blue rhinestone. Also thought it might be silver, but I can't. But it does has this clasp that is quite, it looks old. It's not exactly, it's almost a C clasp, not exactly. So I don't know. I can't tell you the story behind it either. Maybe one day I'll test it for silver, maybe not. Nice blue rhinestone or stone in the middle. Put it here. So this brooch, I'm not exactly sure it's a brooch. It's kind of like a religious, not a token, but it is a religious brooch, let's say, insignia. And I didn't buy it. First time I ever laid my eyes on it was in the hotel room when I was packing to go home. I looked in my drawer, found it on the floor, took it, and I was like, I don't know what's that. I didn't buy it. I think it probably got, I probably took it with something else and I didn't notice it because I don't remember it. Just found it on the floor, and I don't think it was left from somebody else because we've lived in the room for 7 days before finding it. I think I would have noticed it, and it would have been a really big coincidence that somebody else been to this with the same interests. So I don't know. So this is as I was saying, some religious, because it's Jeanne d'Arc, and you know she's been canonized, so she's a saint. So that's her profile. You can see she's in her military equipment, in her military clothing. And she has short hair. There is also the lily, the French lily here. And it's quite old, so it's definitely a C clasp there. It's just bended. Needs to be yeah, it's just kind of stuck there. It needs to be and it's a very long needle that you can see from this side, as in Victorian jewelry. So this one is probably quite old. And I remember I told you about the way the French culture came into Romania. So again, that makes sense, that somebody brought a souvenir from France. Now this one is obviously just has a bit of damage. I think this dangle, this there was supposed to be another, or maybe even this thing was attached to the main part. I can see that it got broken or disattached. It looks old. It's a brass stamp brass metal stamp for the brooch body. Has these dangles which need to be replaced. I'll probably just take this one out. Well, I'll take all of them out, but I'll leave the chain and I'll put something, another pearl, and pearl that's in a better shape, just in these two, or maybe just in one, and just leave it there. Yeah. And then the reason why I bought it, well, I thought it was really old, although as you can see, the clasp is not very old, but it just has, again, a bit of an Art Nouveau influence in the way it's shaped. And I like the crystals. I like this opaline glass. And I do have, yeah, a bit of a... I have jewelry with these beads. I have this, although these ones are a bit different. This is Miracle, I think. It's not signed, but it looks something like they do, with the agate glass and the opaline glass. My favorite piece is this one, which I think it's probably Czech, and it's my favorite because, first of all, it's so damn cute. Look at this crystal, look at this cabochon in the middle. I just love this one, and my grandpa had something similar. Didn't keep it. I don't know what it is. I think it needs a bit of clean. Yeah, it needs a bit of clean. But yeah, she had a very similar thing, so I love it because of that. Because we don't have the original one, but at least I have this one. So that will come to my collection of opaline glass. Some more baggies. I don't know why this video is so long. It's not as much jewelry, but I keep dragging. Maybe I'm talking too much and I should just show you, show you. Trefoil, only it has 4 leaves. I think they're the lucky ones, isn't it? If they have 4 wings, so it's like a lucky charm. Yes. It has a nice rhinestone, but I keep thinking, what if it's a stone? Just because it's a kind of irregular shape. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Just a nice rhinestone stone in the middle. And show you the butterfly first. Again, I think it's Czech. This brown brass stamp metal. How it looks in the back. You can see it's stamped. And yes, it has some losses, so there's no rhinestone here, green rhinestone. There's no marquise rhinestone. I'll have to find something green, or oh, I have to charge my phone. Damn it, I'm losing my light. So I'm trying to find a better light and I'm not succeeding. So we'll try to repair this one, and this one needs to clear rhinestone. This one is probably not that old, but I like that it's a bit see-through. What I don't like, it doesn't have the antenna. I do like when my butterflies have antennas. This one is has this flower shape in the middle, but then it has this butterfly wings. Okay, still liked it, so my collection of butterflies is getting some addition. And oh gosh, okay. This one is really amazing. Look at the size of it. It's like the size of my nail almost. It's a rooster. Brass, again, it's just a brass stamping. and then it's attached with this pin kind of situation. But look how delicate it is. Look how delicate it is. All the feathers, the legs, the face. I just thought that was quite amazing. Very small miniature brooch. Where would you put it? What would you pin with it? I don't know. Never seen quite anything like that, to be honest. Clip-ons, another pair of clip-ons. And I do like some big rhinestone brooches and clip-ons. You know, when you can only see is just the stone. No metal, nothing, just the big glass rhinestone. Plus, I like the color. It's kind of like a beige. Light brown or like slightly pink color. That's how it looks in the back. That's how it looks in the back, sorry. Clip-ons. Nice brooch. I bought it because, well, I like the cabochon. It's a big glass cabochon that it's not straightforward. It has like bands, but they're not bands of different colors. They are just yellow bands. Oh. They're just yellow. I don't know how they do it. What kind of technique is that? Like waves on water, you know? It's like waves, like on sand. And I've shown you this one previously. That this one I bought in UK, in my hometown, and they are very similar. They're very similar, same sort of wave situation in the same color. These ones seem to be more frequent waves, and these ones are rare waves, but they're waves. And even if you look carefully, you can see the facets on the margins. Same here, facets on the margins with the same technique. Just a bit, the metal is different. This one is gold, that one is silver, this one is not marked, and this has this mark that I haven't managed to decipher. This arrow, or if I look like that, it looks like a flower to me. So I thought that one was really interesting. Oh, and this one is uranium. It glows in the dark under UV light, but this one doesn't. Also, I think the size is different, and actually the shape is a bit different. This one is much more domed and smaller, shorter, while this one is larger, but it's less domed. But they both have facets on the back. On the sides here are slightly faceted, although it is round otherwise. I don't know. To me, it's a mystery. This one is modern. I probably could have left it, but I don't know. It's just a leopard. I think I have a cat. I have a cat pendant brooch in the same pose, like someone grabbed it. Another pair of clip-ons. I prefer to have the light to show you these ones, but don't want to interrupt my film, so I'm gonna try to make with what I have. It has marker sides, like flower shaped marker sides, and these glass cabochons, and I just really like the cabochons. I've never seen anything like this again before. I don't know if it was like a pearl, because if you can see, it almost looked like it had like a pearlescent cover, and maybe it got lost. But it left her with this like pearlescence. It has like a light inside, and it also has like an iridescence on the side. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. And the last from the jewelry, at least, is this necklace. There were other necklaces that were amber near it, but this one was much cheaper than the other ones. I thought it's just plastic. In this case, I don't know why they took. How much did I pay for it? I think I paid like £5, to be honest. So maybe they knew it's bakelite, but it is bakelite. That's what I'm trying to see. It's like banded, it's square shaped, and it does stink of bakelite when you rub it. So this is to my collection of bakelite. This one is a bit different from the other ones. With the color, I really like this amber color. Found bracelets, but they were asking for £20 for them, and not willing to negotiate. But I think I bought it without negotiating. I suck at negotiating. Yeah, I really like the bands in this one. So this is my collection of bakelite, one of the first plastics to appear, not produced anymore, and I don't know if it's highly collectible or somewhat collectible. I collect them if I find them for a reasonable price. Now the last one is not is not jewelry, but I bought it because I really liked it again. It has this Art Nouveau style. And it's signed Dixie and I think it's Cover and Dixie. Oh, sorry. How do I go back? Don't know how to go back. So you can see the Cove and Dixie. So it's Cover and Dixie. I think it's French. And here it says Vermeil, but I don't know if I can show it clearer than that. Plus it's dark. Yeah, I can't. But basically it says Vermeil. So it's gold, quite a thick layer of gold on silver. Yeah, this is the last thing I want to show you today. So that's what I bought in Romania. I am very happy with what I found. I am very happy with my trip in general. It was very good. We saw museums, we have been to theater, we have been to on Saturday, on weekend nights at 9:30, I think, they have beautiful fountain concerts. We have been to termes, which are the pools where you can like drink. Like they have a pool bar, they have all kind of slides. The water is warm, so it's really a place not so much to swim as it's like a fun place to have fun in the water. We have been outside Bucharest a little bit. I am super happy with the travel. Last year I've been to Poland, and I've showed you what I found in Poland. I was happy with Poland as well. Equally interesting. And we've been to other places other than Warsaw, although mainly we've been to Warsaw. And the year before we've been actually to Paris, but I did not find anything. I've been there to a car boot sale, and I was not attracted to anything, unfortunately, just didn't find anything. But I've only been to one car boot sale, and maybe it just was the wrong place to be. And that's it. That's from my series of things I found abroad, so to say. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see you next video.